Hey guys, this is Dan Collier and I am your professional business and personal development coach, and I'm here to share with you in this second video how to gain respect in your life and how important it is. How many times have you ever felt that you were disrespected, or that if someone respected you more, they wouldn't treat you a certain way? And this is absolutely true about how things go in life and your personal perception and how others treat you. Why do relationships end up in certain manners where people argue all the time? Or why do you end up positions at business where maybe the boss comes along and says, well, Bob, hey, Frank's taking off this weekend. Do you think you could fill in for him? Yeah. Well, if you had a certain level of a certain brand, a certain level of respect with yourself, these aren't things where people would come up to you and they would start an argument with you easily, or they would ask you to do things they may not particularly ask someone else. And the reason is because you have established a certain brand, a certain persona about yourself where you can be treated with a certain level of respect, which is probably not where you want to be. If you live the type of life and you know you deserve a certain level of respect, the reason you're not getting it is because your particular brand, who you are, how you market yourself to the world, has given other people the persona that is acceptable, and you will just take it. That's okay, fine, hell, it's me, I guess I'll just take it. No, that is not where you want to be. You don't want people to... Do people argue with a judge very much? Like you go in and the person could send you away, for your life under something, where they'd be like, no, judge, you're wrong, I'm not going to put up with that. They're very respectful, and they're hoping they're going to treat them in a different manner. And it's the same way when it comes to you. When you establish yourself with a certain level of respect, no matter what it is, the way you put yourself out to other people, then they will treat you with that same or certain level of respect. In fact, in your own persona, you will demand it, because that is who you are. You're a person who deserves a certain type of respect. And I don't mean being a jerk in life. That's not the type of respect I'm talking about. I'm talking about a normal level of respect, or an above normal level of earned respect for what you give to life and what you give to others. This comes from having a clearly defined brand. And in the first video, we did talk about this, that you as a person are a brand. Everywhere you go, people you talk to, your relationships with your friends and your kids, you put off a particular type of brand. You're like a product. The things that you say about yourself, the way you act, tells other people that's who they are, and that's how I should treat them in return for that particular brand of person. There's a huge obstacle we run into, and that is once you have become labeled or branded as someone who can be disrespected in business, in life, in relationships, then it is extremely hard sometimes to break that, especially if you yourself have started to accept it, that because these people are treating you a certain way, that you have to maintain that level and just keep taking it. And the longer you go down that path, the harder it is to break. But it's not unbreakable. You have to be willing to take the time and say to yourself, I am a person who deserves respect. And then once that's established and you really mean it, you sit down, just like we talked about in the first video, and establish your core key phrases, your product brand that you are going to put out there. What's happening here is this becomes like your slogan. All right, you know how like every product has a slogan and the jingle sticks in your head and you remember it over and over? This is what you are doing to the public, to everyone around you. You have a certain key set of phrases. Maybe it's 4 or 5 phrases, And those phrases establish who you are. I'm faithful, I'm honorable, I'm respectful to others' feelings, I keep my word. Whatever those key phrases are that establish who you are, those 4 or 5 key phrases we talked about that you write down, and that when you're having conversations with other people, these are the things you mention and that you talk about when it's referring to yourself. Because I don't care who you're having a conversation, you are establishing these things right now. Everybody you run into, you are establishing some of those things about yourself and how you feel about things. And if it's not going your way right now, you need to reestablish those, come up with a new set of key phrases, and keep repeating them to yourself and to other people until you become that person, and that other people understand that that's how you will be treated. And the key to that is then you create a definiteness of purpose. You know exactly what it is you want and how you would be treated, and you stick to that. You have the key phrases of who you are, and then you become definite about your purpose and how you want to be treated. Because the truth is, you teach people how to treat you, especially in relationships. You will teach them what the boundaries are as to how they can talk to you, what things they can do, and what things, because people will test you, and even close relationships. Everybody knows if you've had kids, kids will test you. You don't even have to train them, they just know they can test you. So you defined a clear set of established levels of respect, how they will talk to you and how they will treat you, and what you will and will not put up with. And once that's done and those boundaries don't break, it's very easy. You coast to the places you want to be. You meet people, you do things, you have business relationships. They just understand this is the way it is and this is who you are. Okay? And that's why establishing yourself with these, rebranding yourself, coming up with a key set of things about you that so people know how to continue down that path. Then when you say, I need more money for that, the arguments aren't quite as high as that. Or you say to someone, hey, I don't appreciate this type of argument or that type of thing. That they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Same with kids. They actually go, oh, yes, sir. You want to establish these things with yourself. And this can sound so simple. It really can sound like a simplistic thing. Oh, yeah, well, I just know that. Well, I can tell you this right now. 99% of the people out there are not really doing it, and that's why they face some of the problems that they do. All right, so it sounds simple, but most people aren't doing it. So I'm here to remind you to establish for yourself your core key phrases, your core level of respect that you will live at, and stick to it. All right, guys, just a quick video today to give you a little more information about thinking about life and your level of respect and how to get it and how much it affects you. Stay tuned for the next video coming up, because we're going to solve some more personal problems to help you move forward in life and get to the place that you really want to be. More joy, more peace, more love, more respect, more money equals a happier life. All right, guys, this is Daniel Collier. We'll see you in the next video.